Hi everyone, welcome back. Today in this video, let's look at two types of security checks when you enter a website or when you access for some information in the internet, right? So the two basic types of security checks against the user are authentication and authorization. So you might have heard it when you are hearing about the security checks. Hey, whether you are authenticated, hey, whether you are authorized. This is not something very related to software engineering or computers alone. This is part of our daily life. Let me explain each of it. So it's like, okay, hey, this is the thing, is it? This we do it in everyday life. So you'll be able to connect to it like that, right? So I'll explain first what is AuthN, which is authentication, right? AuthN is authentication, and for authorization, it is called AuthZ. This is just a short form of that, which we used to call to make it simplified, right? In authentication, what a website or something in the internet checks is that who you are. So you go to a website and say, hey, I am Arjun. So it will ask you to prove an identity saying, okay, you are saying that you are Arjun, give me some proof. This is similar to going to an airport and the security person asks you for an ID. Why does he asks you for an ID? Just to know that you are the person what you claim. You go and say, hey, I am Arjun, I have a flight today. Okay, show me your passport that you are Arjun so that I can confirm that there is a flight existing for you today, right? This is authentication. And then here the same thing is what are you allowed to do? Okay, now you showed your passport or you showed your token, say some token which you have in the website that says that, hey, this I am Arjun. Similarly, in airport, you have the passport which says, hey, I am Arjun. Now the security guard let you in. Okay, you can go into the airport, no worries. And then you went into the airport. Doesn't mean that you have a passport, you can just go and board any flight you want, right? Only for the flight, you have the ticket for that day, you can travel. So this is what comes under the authorization or AuthZ. So there is a flight ticket which tells you what can you do on that particular day. Similarly, when you go to a website, say for example you go to amazon.com, right? You do not have prime subscription. So Amazon, when you go and give them a token, so token is a way for the website to identify all the information of you. When a token is generated, when you go into the Amazon website and when you give your username and password, based on your username and password, a stream of letters will be generated, which is called as a token. I'll explain you token in another video how it is formed from your username and password. The common way to generate token or the common format of token is called JWT. JSON Web tokens or JWT. So when you give your username and password, there is a mechanism behind the scenes which will convert it into a token. So the token will have similar information like your passport. It will have your name, your email ID, how long this token, similar to how long the passport is valid for 1 year. This token will be much lesser, maybe for an hour or a day. So those details it will have, and then it will give you access to that particular website here, Amazon, and you can shop, you can order and everything. But if you click on the Prime Video, behind the scenes Amazon will check if you have subscribed for the Prime subscription, you have paid and subscribed. If you haven't, it will say apologies, you do not have the subscription for Prime Video, so I will not be able to show you the videos. Similarly, if you don't have a flight ticket, or if you have a flight ticket for Mumbai to Chennai, and if you go and board on a flight Mumbai to Bangalore, obviously the flight provider will ask you saying that, hey, you do not have access to this flight. So this comes under authorization. Okay, now we know who you are, but we also need to check what you are allowed to do. So this is the basic difference between who you are and what you are. This is the first step that happens whenever you visit a website, and this comes later. So how this is performed technically behind the scenes is usually done via access control method. So there are a lot of access control method on how to enforce this, and one popular way is called RBAC, or role based access control. So what we are doing in authorization, we are controlling the access. Okay, based on what you have subscribed for, Amazon will show you that content. So behind the scenes, role based is nothing but it's literally what it means. So behind the scenes, Amazon will assign roles to each user. So when you sign up for Amazon, it will give you a role saying that Amazon user, and when you pay for Prime subscription, it will change your role from Amazon user to Amazon Prime Video subscriber. So when you give your token, behind the scenes Amazon will check what role you have, and if you only have the Amazon user role and you ask for Prime Video, it will say sorry, you do not have access to it. And if you have Prime Video subscriber as the role behind the scenes in their database, and if you ask for a video, they will be able to provide you with a video. So this is like a basic term used in the internet, but it's pretty normal. Just the words are specific to software engineering, but authentication and authorization are there in everyday wherever you go. Be if you go to your office, if you are a HR, you can see the records of your employees, but if you are a software engineer, you cannot go and access the entries of other employees. As simple as that. But with the same employee badge, you can enter the building. Of course you can enter the building or enter your uh, the company portal, but what you see is based on the role. If you are a HR, you can see all the employee records. If you are a software engineer, you get access to the code. HR doesn't need access to the code. So that is how authorization work, and one of the popular way to do it is role based access control. So the company will have a predefined role, or the website will have a predefined role, and based on what you pay or what you want, they will access a role to it, so that whenever you try to access it, behind the scenes the system will check, okay, for this role I can let him do it, I can let her do this. So it will then allow you or disallow you to do it. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and we can meet in another video. Thank you. Bye.